Dimension W Episode 4. Not gonna lie right now. While I am wholly intrigued and invested with the setup in this episode, and I cannot wait to see the explanation in Episode 5 as to what's truly going on here, I can't 100% put my finger on what's happening, okay? The setup was just insane and it escaped my grasp. Because we have this murder mystery with these fourth dimensional, fiendish specters who are trapped in the four-dimensional Dimension W plane and are somehow materializing in the three-dimensional plane and killing off individuals tied to these events that happened 21 years in the past. The revelation at the end that Sakaki, Shujiro is actually still subsisting, in this realm was insane. Mira's trapped there. My fucking KAWAII goddess is trapped in the W dimension somehow, and the real world and the W dimension are overlaying with one another. Apparently, Sakaki's younger sister and her dreams are crucial to allowing this to take place. And I'm just like, this shit is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I can't wait to see how it all, is explained and unfolds. For now, I don't even want to get into it, to be completely honest with you, because I was able to see, within the episode before we got to the ending, I was able to easily discern that these ghosts, there were no spirits, and that these ghosts were definitely a product of the W dimension and probably had something to do with numbered coils. And just as, Albert Schumann discusses with Kyouma, that is in fact the case. But once Kurogi got involved and showcased the whole footage and everything like that, and we found out about the incident 21 years in the past, I was just like, alright, where is this really going? Is this some vengeance thing? What is the end game? And once, Sakaki was revealed to still be existing in the W dimension and presenting himself in front of Mira, whether, I don't know what this, other name that he had, maybe Sakaki was just, his pen name, this was his real persona, and potentially he died 21 years in the past, and I don't fucking know. I don't even want to get into it, to be completely honest with you guys. All I want are answers, because the setup is intriguing as fuck, but I'm not even going to begin. I don't even have the time to try and analyze and try and really find out what's going on here, because every time I thought of something going into this review, I was just like, but wait, how does that explain this? So I'm just like, fuck it, let's wait till next week, see how things go down. But setup with this episode was definitely intriguing and captivating, and the pacing, everything just felt like, as soon as I was really getting into it, the episode was done. So I really enjoyed this episode of Dimension W yet again. And first thing I need to say, my KAWAII goddess Mira, dude. You saw that bass scene. Need I say more? Okay, you can write it off as Mira just being used for the fan service, for those kawaii moments and everything like that, and that is definitely true. But Mira, people are starting to forget that Mira will be crucial to the plot, and each and every episode we see the developments in her character. Like, for example, her trying to piece together the image of 21 years ago and her being caught in the W dimension as a result of that, and this overlap. Extremely interesting. That, plus I love last week's episode simply because of the character development we got for her and everything like that, the kind of exposition and setup and worlding for the number of coils. It was awesome as far as I'm concerned. Yes, it's not the same pace and level of intensity as this episode or the first two episodes, but it was still quite good. So the bass scene was good, dude. I was just like, yo, she's fucking sexy as fuck too, even though she's only competing in KAWAII goddess candidates right now. It's fucking sexy, dude. I'm not gonna lie. And it was adorable just seeing her, how afraid she is of the concept of ghosts and everything like that when she was reading Sakaki Shujiro's books and everything like that. And you see her just kind of getting real freaked out about how fear is used in them and the detail as to which is described. She's like, Mira's adorable. I absolutely love her. And seeing Kyouma, call her a piece of junk time and time again and just mistreat her and everything like that. It's because Kyouma's my boy. And I actually really like that dynamic, especially because I know that as they continue to work together, Kyouma's gonna start to see her as more than just this robot, more than just this piece of junk that he detests because he hates Coils, and they're actually gonna form a real bond. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that progress and everything like that. But Mira was adorable in this episode. We meet this new chick who instantly I fell in love with. I believe her name was Elizabeth. I'm gonna call her Liz. And the fact of the matter is, she's a goth lolly vampiress, and that's my shit, okay? Goth lollies in and of themselves, everybody knows that I utterly adore. There's no escaping it. So obviously, as soon as I saw her, I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. But then I find out that she has this kind of pseudo vampire thing going on, reminiscent of some Rachel Alcard, cruel Tepe shit. And I'm like, yo, And she has the attitude and demeanor to match. So I can't wait to see more of this collector and what she's about and everything like that. You see her manipulating these vampire, these bat familiars and everything like that. And I'm like, yo, this is pretty interesting to have this new character. I'm really liking the characters as a whole in this series. Not just my boy Kyouma, who is one of my favorite, male characters this season, probably going to win the best boy competition if things keep up like this, and as we keep getting hints to his backstory and it's finally revealed. But at the same time, the side characters are just so well done. Like Loser, this new girl Elizabeth, Mary's whole involvement, everything, Korogi, Albert, Schumann, who is just a masterful troll at this point. We find out coming off the conversation last week where Kyouma was talking with, I forget her name, the CEO of Tower 47 and everything like that, and she had that conversation with Albert at the end after he left, and we were basically like, he must be one of the former beasts of Grendel as well. We get that confirmation in this episode with this little skirmish that they have between each other. But when I saw him chilling in the room, dude, he was sipping on his little drink, had the Hawaiian shirt on, I was like, yo, Albert Schumann is a grade A troll, dude. But he definitely has those fiendish, shady tendencies, and his end game is going to be interesting to see as well. But that aside, dude, the episode, the pacing as a whole, and getting into this kind of mystery with, Sakaki's death, and him actually being revealed to still be in the W dimension, all these specters that are still alive and existing within the W dimension, and somehow crossing over, and the worlds blending like that, and them actually being able to physically, enact on it is crazy, dude, and obviously has something to do with the numbered coils as well, yet again. We see the build up with that, and, Kyouma's past, the dialogue between him and Albert Schumann and everything like that. I really like the progression and setup with this episode. So as long as next week's episode has a really base explanation for what the fuck is transpiring here, because I understand what's going on as far as all the various elements, I don't see how it all fits together and what truly is happening overall, though, as far as this mystery is concerned, and MIRA being trapped in the W dimension and Sakaki Shujiro's endgame. So I'm really looking forward to next episode of Dimension W. Really enjoyed this one. It's such a good series for me, man. It really is. It's so entertaining. Loving the characters visually, the music, those godly openings and endings. One of the best openings of the season as far as I'm concerned. That Foxtail ending, like I was sleeping on it. And not really thinking about it as much, just because that OP is so godly. But the ED is amazing too. So great episode. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what your theories are concerning what's actually happening here, because I'd love to hear it. I don't really have time to think about it any further than this. I have other things I need to get to, but that's pretty much it. I'm out. Peace.